Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. All right, guys, so I think it is beginning. This is Bitcoin on the Daily, and as you can see, today has just begun. Well, at least as of the time of this recording. And so now if I put Bitcoin on the hourly here, you guys can see that big, long red candlestick. Could we now be witnessing that downturn that I've been expecting now for, way too long? I'm going to admit, maybe I called it a little too early. I think what's happening now is, the Bitcoin trend is going to try to retest this $43,500 to $44,000 in this region of resistance here, which we saw back in here and also back in here. So who knows, if it does build support here, that would definitely spell a different story. However, wow, that red candlestick does not look promising as a support building candlestick. So again, this is the hourly, and within the last hour, we are now seeing the price move down for Bitcoin. Of course, the market has not caught up yet. We're still seeing market cap at $1.71 trillion. Volume's up by a little bit. Bitcoin is still maintaining its dominance. And guys, we have greed still at 74. So, people are still feeling fairly confident in the market, although we are seeing red numbers right now in real time. Bitcoin is down 3.78. Ethereum is down 3.45%. BNB coin is up. Solana is down 9.39%. And XRP is down 2.31%. So BNB coin, one of the only coins, or the only coin in the top 10 right now that is seeing some positive momentum. Let's bring up the XRP chart real quickly here. As you guys can see, XRP is following Bitcoin now. XRP trading as of the time of this recording, 61.8. But still, guys, still maintaining here. If I throw it on the daily, still maintaining what is looking like support here. We are still grinding to the upside, and we're far from XRP getting below this trend line. So when in doubt, zoom out. And so, this is Trading 101 for the newbies. Guys, I've been looking at charts since 2012. This will be my 12th year. So I've been doing this a pretty long time. I mean, I started with stocks. Now I'm pretty much trading crypto exclusively. Well, we'll call it 98% of the time. And so now when I'm seeing something like this, I'm realizing we could be approaching a prime opportunity to get into some more potentially high-yielding altcoins. And for those of you guys who want to follow me on my trading journey, I will let you guys know when I get into that position. I will actually be making the trade in real time and posting it on my Patreon at patreon.com/workingmoney channel about 10 minutes after I make the trade. So you guys will pretty much get it in real time. I just need a little bit of time to edit it. But I basically make the trade, edit the video real quickly, and then post it. Only $5 a month. If you want to follow me on my trading journey, I am going to be talking about exit targets too. So, when we see this XRP really moving down, wow, now it's at 60.5 cents roughly. Well, I think you can see where I am going with this. So, Bitcoin really plummeting, 43,000 as of the time of this particular moment in this recording right now. So, guys, we're seeing this in real time now. Crypto plummeting. Even CryptoCon here saying Bitcoin data is overheated and topped out, but the price has decided not to cool down just yet. So this is a tweet from yesterday afternoon when we actually did see that next pump to the upside for Bitcoin. But he is saying, guys, that maybe we could go to 48. The 0.618 retrace in the cycle is still in play here. But ultimately, his thesis is that the market is going to turn bearish. And look at that. Here it is. So CryptoCon here, an upstanding guy. I'm more than happy to be flexible with my ideas. The thought that 45,000 marked a local high was based on an abundance of data suggesting it, and that it might be advantageous to think one step ahead. So he's still saying, 48,000 is a popular target. It is the 6.18 retrace. He was thinking that originally this was going to be our level of support. We did in fact push up one last time there. And I mean, we could still theoretically, I guess, get to 48,000, although it is looking less and less likely now. So, the numbers don't lie. This is the MVRV here. And as you guys can see, once it does reach that level, it reached it in 2012, 2016, 2019. Now we're here at the beginning of 2024, end of 2023. We've reached that level up here, the 0.618. And every single time we have seen a retrace. So, me personally, I love looking at historical charts to get an idea of, where we have been and where we are potentially going. XRP drops here, also posting this. This is James Seifert from yesterday. The SEC needs to see authorized participants on those documents before they're going to sign off and allow these things to go into effect. This with regards to the narrative, the bigger narrative, the Bitcoin ETF, which is playing a role in Bitcoin price, which will in effect play a role in the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Listen to this.
Or ETF analyst, James Seyfert, is with us now. So, James, you obviously have been at the forefront of all of this. I know that you were one of the first to talk about January next week really being the deadline here. Could we see this happen sooner than January 10th?
Yeah, so the window I'm watching is January 8th to January 10th, so that's Monday to Wednesday of next week, and that's the date that I've been focused on, those 3 days that I've narrowed in on since basically December 1st. So it's possible that these issuers could get sort of like backroom SEC sign off that you're going to launch on this day or we're going to give approvals on this day. I'm still waiting for the official approval orders to come sometime in that window I just spoke about, January 8th to January 10th. So those are the dates I'm watching and when I'm expecting it to happen.
James, we are seeing new participants in the ETF world, people that are needed to really make the process work. You see Jane Street starting to come up as a brokerage, an authorized participant. You see JP Morgan start to show up. How significant is that as we move towards this process?
Yeah, so so essentially we know the SEC needs and wants all of this finalized before they launch, right? So there's two processes. Those approvals I just talked about comes under something called 19B4, but you also need the prospectuses or the S1 signed off, and the SEC needs to see authorized participants on those documents before they're going to sign off and allow these things to go effective or essentially launch. So it's possible that we're looking at about 11 filers right now. It's possible that we could see approval for all 11, but maybe not all of them are ready to go. Maybe they don't have signed authorized participant agreements. Jane Street is the one that's number one up there, right? They're on 4 different filings that we've seen so far. But you have Virtu on there as well. You have Cantor Fitzgerald on one of the filings, and as you mentioned, you have JP Morgan, which is interesting because of Jamie Dimon's view on crypto. But there's a lot of others that we haven't seen. We don't know who has authorized participation agreements. We know Grayscale likely has them filed, but they haven't included in their filings.
I'm just going to cut it off there. Notice in that last sentence when he said Grayscale, we still don't know who Grayscale's authorized participant is. Well, Chad Steingraber here has now uncovered who Grayscale is using as their authorized participant for their agreement. It looks as though it is Ripple partner BNY Mellon, as per this authorized participant agreement. So bringing in Grayscale Investments to sponsor the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and subject to its acceptance hereof, the Bank of New York Mellon, a New York banking corporation acting its capacity as transfer agent of the trust, created under Delaware law pursuant to the Fifth Amendment and restated Declaration of Trust and Trust Agreement, so on and so forth. So we do have now some more information about this. Bitcoin price is cratering. Now we're seeing a Bitcoin price at roughly $42,500 per coin. Wow. Breaking well below that resistance level there and continuing to move down. We're going to keep our eye on this. So wanted to thank Chad Steingraber here and, of course, XRP Drops for posting that. And yeah, CryptoCon too for some great insight, guys. WhaleWire also bringing this up. Jim Cramer on CNBC continuing to prove the inverse Cramer indicator. Jim Cramer on CNBC has just flipped bullish on Bitcoin, guys. And this was just yesterday when we were up here. Are you surprised though? Really? Are you?
And obviously it had a great year last year.
Yeah, we got that clearing event of Sam Bankman-Fried going down, and that seemed to make people feel, you know what, we're safe. And then the ETF.
We continue to wait
endless
for the
ETF.
Right.
And yeah, look, it's very rare that I've ever seen that this way. Could it be a waiting for Godot? I mean, no, there will be an ETF. But I do think that the people who are in it for that are going to use that as a chance to sell. This thing is, you can't kill it.
Ooh, can't.
And the late Charlie Munger, who was so brilliant on so many things, was blind to this. Now you can say, wait a second, maybe it's all going to come
Jamie
unraveled.
Dimon has not spared any negative words.
No, but look, I mean, it's a reality and it's a technological marvel, and I think people have to start recognizing that it's here to stay. The SEC's been against it almost the whole time.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that every one of these is here to stay, but I do think that this is a remarkable comeback that was unexpected, except for all the bulls who turned out to be right.
Gensler does a lot of jawboning.
Didn't work.
A lot of jawboning.
All right, I think that pretty much just proves my point here. Jim Cramer now saying that he is bullish on Bitcoin. I mean, with a few caveats in there. Not all cryptos are going to do well, but, by and large, that was his stance as of yesterday when Bitcoin was still trading above $44,000, above $45,000 in and around here. And now, guys, we are down to about $42,000. So to put things into perspective, at around 16,000, Kramer said Bitcoin was worthless and urged everyone to get rid of their holdings. Now at the peak of a manipulated and hopium-induced peak, he's flipped bullish, says Bitcoin tech clogged network is here to stay, and that the bulls were right. Kramer forever holds the title of being the best contra indicator ever. Get your popcorn ready for the bloodbath that follows once this ETF Wall Street scheme goes bust. Guys, this was apparently, according to Happening SLLC, another clip of Jim Cramer exactly 1 year ago today. And we got to remember where we were 1 year ago today, which was, well, we'll just say roughly the beginning of January 2023, which was right in and around here. If I got my dates correct, somewhere in and around here, you guys can see the cursor down there, January 2nd, 3rd, give or take, when Bitcoin was trading in and around $16,600 per coin, basically the bottom of the market. Well, this is exactly what Jim Cramer said at the beginning of January 2023. Listen to this.
Be Bitcoin, whether it be Ethereum, whether it be Solana, anything crypto, I think. Sell. Help me here! I can't stop!
Really? They want us out, guys. They want us out so bad. Bitcoin price now trading at around 41,500. Nick, Crypto Crusader here saying, they are throwing the bait into the waters, waiting for retail fish to bite. In order to bring the exit liquidity back, the Wall Street giants are pumping the market off of speculative events like the ETF. So just another tweet here, suggesting that this is an overinflated market. The SEC could drag this on for as long as they want. These deadlines are not set in stone and nothing will be done against Gary and the SEC. So that's the other thing too, right? They're kind of postponing this. They're bringing in those retail dollars in Bitcoin. And now it looks as though the sell-off is occurring. But wait, guys, you watch. Once Bitcoin has bottomed out, and we really don't know how far down it's going to go at this point, but once it has bottomed out, you will see those institutional players will be getting back into the market, be repurchasing Bitcoin ETF positions once it is approved, and they will be making money laughing all the way to the bank. So to Nick's point here, you need to be playing chess while they play checkers. They are all part of the same group. Mainstream media is owned by these big players like BlackRock. Understand this. They know what they're doing and what they have to do to become even richer off the banks of retail investors. Guys, they use us for exit liquidity. And this is why, guys, I am showing you through my 12 years of experience what I'm trading, why I'm trading it, when I'm going to get out. The $10,000 plus portfolio that I have created for this bull run is completely transparent, so you guys can see how much crypto I own, at what prices I got into, and we're going to talk about targets moving forward. And guys, I've kept it purposely affordable, $5 a month, so you can follow me throughout 2024 and maybe beyond. Just depending on how long this bull run takes. I wanted to thank Nick here for posting that. Also notice just some other signs here. Jungle Inc. mentioning this. Michael Saylor's backdoor selling of Bitcoin. So WhaleWire did post this yesterday. New SEC filing showing Michael Saylor will dump over $216 million worth of MicroStrategy shares, making it the largest in sell history. So, MicroStrategy is Michael Saylor's company, a Bitcoin-related fund here, and he is dumping the largest amount in history. So that's just the filing notice. For you guys, if you want to check that out, I will link everything in the description of the video, obviously. So wanted to thank Jungle for that. Guys, all this on the heels of the narrative, the larger narrative of crypto being huge. So, we have the micro narrative, what the plebes are listening to, Jim Cramer, and all that junk. But really, this is the crux. This is what doesn't make it in mainstream media. $49 trillion into the crypto market by 2025. Really, 49 trillion? You guys got to remember, this market cap right now is at 1.17 trillion, so it basically has to go up 50x. Pretty much. So let's just take a look at the market cap real quickly here. Wow, market cap has really dwindled. Look at that correction. Wow, this is the hourly. Let me throw it on the daily. Now, this is all coins, including Bitcoin. But the market cap from here has to go up by 2025 if we're going to hit $49 trillion. And 49 trillion is a very specific number too, I feel. It would have to go up. That's 39 trillion. It would have to go up to $49 trillion, about 3,000% if we are to expect this $49 trillion by 2025. Basically, this is an annual report here, Outlook 2024, a Bitcoin Suisse in-depth industry insights into the market, technology, and regulation. And guys, here they say it, the top bound for cycle 4 in late 2025 stands at $49 trillion, with the overall trend line supporting a CMC of $7.9 trillion. So $7.9 trillion is even quite big. I know there have been some predictions for a $10 trillion market this time around. This one courtesy of Cyprus Domenicor here. So we have the projection navigating the year ahead, crypto market projection, and that would be the total capitalization in the crypto market specifically. So guys, you're really getting a sense here of how big they expect this thing to get. Cyprus Domenicor here also bringing this up. 2024 is likely a buying and hodling year. It will mark the first half of the bull run. So more from this report. Check this out. Based on our research and analysis, 2024 could be a buying and hodling year before we approach the potential crypto cycle top in 2025. So they're estimating 2025 for that top. In summary, we view 2024 as a potentially very bullish year long term, implying that low prices and market conditions could support further accumulation. So just some more from this report, and I will link all this in the description of the video. 2024 is likely a buying and hodling year, again, outlined in this report, and they expect the market peak to be 2025. So guys, it's all looking very, very promising. Notice too, I don't know if you guys caught this movie that was on Netflix. It was dropped, I think, 2 nights ago. I happened to check it out with my wife on New Year's Day, and I picked up on it within the first 5 minutes. Netflix just released a new documentary, Subliminal Messaging. Anyone, Bitconned is a movie, and if you guys have not seen, it's actually kind of interesting. It's a documentary with some reenactments in there, but it's about this guy, Ray Trapani, who scammed a whole bunch of people back in 2017 during the ICO craze. So if you guys are interested in that kind of white-collar crime type documentaries, and it has to do with cryptocurrency, check this out. It wasn't a bad movie, but the way they were framing crypto and the industry, I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. I mean, they did do some redeeming things in there, but it wasn't enough in my opinion. But guys, it's all about the messaging. What people are going to do is they're going to watch this and they're going to be like, yeah, see, crypto bad. Look at how far Bitcoin has fallen since I started the film. It's gone down quite a bit. So in fact, it has rebounded a little bit. Now we're back up here, 42,400. Anyway, just felt like I should bring that to your attention. But guys, it's still early in the year, and 2024, I think, has way more opportunity than maybe some are perceiving, at least at this moment in time. Greg Crypto here bringing this up. XRP 40x easy. Now, listen to this, okay? Listen to this theory here, and I'm going to show you guys some numbers. Last cycle, despite the pesky SEC lawsuit, XRP surged almost 20x. Let's not forget the reality of the numbers here, okay? 20x for an XRP at that particular time here. I'm going to just throw this on the weekly just to kind of give us a better sense so I don't have to keep shifting the screen around. Okay, at the bottom of the cycle here, and we're talking early 2020 when XRP did see that bottom, March 2020, to the top of the cycle, we're actually seeing about a 1,600% increase, so just under 20%, not exactly 20x, but he does say here with the caveat almost 20x, this time with its unparalleled legal regulatory clarity, the potential for 40x or 50x boom seems promising. So let's crunch some numbers, he says, at 28 cents, okay? He's looking at the XRP localized bottom for this cycle. A 40x surge could potentially hit around $11. Pushing it further, 50x leap might soar to around $14. Comparing with Ethereum's previous cycle multiplier, now we got to look at other coins that had, whether they didn't not have clarity, and by that I mean they were not in court, because XRP, let's not forget, during the last cycle was the only cryptocurrency that was being scrutinized by the SEC at that moment. So if we compare it to Ethereum's previous cycle multiplier of 58x, XRP could reach about $16, even if XRP were to match BTC's previous cycle multiplier. And guys, this is really important because we know BTC is usually the worst performing cryptocurrency in bull runs. Usually altcoins tend to perform way better. BTC's previous cycle multiplier of 21x could still climb to about $5.80, dare I say 89 cents per coin. Check out the details here. Well, guys, what I wanted to show you was the historic crypto market cap. And, we got to remember some of the coins that are in the top 10 now were not the coins that were in the top 10 back at the height of the last cycle. So, even if we take a look at, the cycle had 2 peaks, really, April and November. Even if we go to, let's say, mid-April 2021, we can see some of the top coins included Ethereum, Binance Coin, Dogecoin, and Cardano. Of course, there's XRP there as well. So, I mean, even if we were to take BNB Coin and just take a look at BNB Coin in the last cycle here. Now, I already have it plotted on here. You guys can see BNB Coin from the bottom right over here went up 16,800%. or 16,900% roughly during that bull run. If we were to take XRP from the bottom here, 16,009, and I'm just going to do a few numbers here just to give you guys a sense of, what a range could be. 16,900% roughly would bring XRP up there. So we're going to look at prices in a second. Another coin he mentioned was Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, I have this up here on the chart already. That went up about 5,800% in the last bull run. 5,800% roughly would bring XRP up to 5,800%. Let's see where we're at for 5,800. 5,800% roughly. So this would be Ethereum's number roughly right in around there. So we got BNB, Ethereum. Another coin was Dogecoin, guys. Let's take a look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin, I don't have this one plotted yet, but Dogecoin rallied. If we take the bottom of the market here, and I'm not including the Black Swan event, but if we take the bottom of the market and we go up here, Dogecoin rallied 39,600%. I think that's pretty lofty, but let's just put it on here for fun. So 39.6 would bring us right down here all the way up 39.6, 39,600%. It's in and around 39. Okay, roughly somewhere in there. Now remember, guys, these are all top 10 coins with clarity. Cardano here. Let's just bring up the Cardano chart. Cardano's another one here that I have plotted already at 11,600%. So bringing it down from the bottom of this rally, 11,600% would bring us in and around 11,600%, roughly in and around here. So you guys can see here, we're forming a bit of an area, an average area here for the top, we'll call it the top 5 altcoins in this rally. But for good measure, let's just add Bitcoin in there as well. During the last bull run, we saw Bitcoin rally from the bottom right here all the way to the top of the market. We saw Bitcoin even rally about 2,100%. 2,100% per BTC would bring us 2,100% would bring us, and that was the worst performing coin, guys, because it's Bitcoin. It doesn't usually perform the best, so brings us in and around here. So if we were to remove that and we were to get an average of where XRP, just taking an average of some of the top cryptocurrencies by market cap, that, by the way, were not hindered by the SEC. What could that mean for XRP this bull run? Now, taking into consideration, at that time, guys, we did not have regulatory clarity. Also, at that time, we only saw the crypto market go up to $3 trillion. If we are expecting a $10 trillion inflow into the crypto space this time around, will XRP blow these numbers out of the water, guys? Even a full Fibonacci would suggest that these targets are fairly lofty. But if XRP hit that top, guys, of the full Fib, we know that's in and around $7. So where could we see XRP, guys? From Bitcoin all the way to the top, performing as well as BNB coin? Well, could we see it somewhere in the middle here, anywhere between $6 and $113 per coin? Let's take the median here, and that would be roughly 800% from the top there. And this is on log scale, so it doesn't look even, but you guys can see 800% is the halfway mark. $57.44 per coin per XRP. Is it a possibility this bull run, guys? Considering how we saw prices pump historically, and considering XRP is now the only cryptocurrency technically with regulatory clarity. Right now we're still waiting for this trend to bottom out. Bitcoin right now at 42,200. Let the dust settle. So maybe an opportunity to cost average down. Whether it's your XRP or other trading positions, tell me down in the comments what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.